Do not skip this video, because what you're about to see may completely change how you create content, build businesses, launch products, write sales copy, conduct research, and use AI forever. Most AI gives you an answer. This one thinks first, and that one difference changes everything. Let me explain. How many times this week did you ask AI to do something important, and then spend the next hour fixing what it gave you? You asked for a sales page. It gave you generic copy. You asked for a business plan. It gave you buzzwords. You asked for a marketing strategy. It gave you ideas you've seen 100 times before. You asked for a book. It forgot what it wrote 3 chapters ago. You asked for a funnel. The pieces didn't connect. You asked for research. It summarized what everyone already knew. Sound familiar? Because if you've used AI for more than a few weeks, you've experienced the same frustration as everyone else. And here's why. The AI industry has convinced people that faster is better. Faster responses, faster outputs, faster generation, faster everything. But nobody stopped to ask an important question. What if faster isn't actually better? What if the real problem isn't how quickly AI responds, but how little thinking happens before it responds? Because here's the truth. Most AI tools don't actually think. They predict. They predict the next word, then the next, then the next, as quickly as possible. And while that looks impressive, it creates a huge problem. Because prediction is not reasoning. Prediction is not planning. Prediction is not analysis. Prediction is not strategy. And that's exactly why most AI-generated work feels unfinished. It looks right until you actually use it. Then you find yourself becoming the editor, the strategist, the consultant, the quality control department, the person doing all the thinking the AI was supposed to do, which leads to a simple question. Why am I paying AI to create work I still have to fix? That question changed everything for me, because it led me to discover something most people have never heard. While every major AI company was competing to build the fastest AI, one company was quietly building something completely different. Anthropic. Instead of optimizing for speed, they optimized for reasoning, for understanding, for planning, for logic, for deep thinking. Instead of asking, how fast can we generate words, they asked, how do we generate better decisions? The result became known as Claude. And once you experience Claude, it's very difficult to go back, because Claude doesn't feel like a content generator. It feels like an expert. It reasons through problems. It structures ideas. It thinks through complex tasks. It understands context. It plans before it writes, which is exactly why marketers, entrepreneurs, consultants, researchers, authors, and business owners around the world have been quietly switching to Claude-powered workflows. Not because Claude is faster, because Claude is smarter. And that's when we realized something. Accessing Claude had become a mess. New models, new subscriptions, different versions, monthly fees, constant upgrades, Claude Opus, Claude Sonnet, Claude Haiku, future models still being released. And every time Anthropic released something new, users had to figure out what model to use, how to access it, and what subscription they needed. So we asked a simple question. What if there was one place where you could access every Claude model, past, present, and future, without monthly subscriptions, without API fees, without technical setup, without having to constantly switch between tools? That's exactly why we built ClaudeMAX. Introducing ClaudeMAX, the world's first all-access pass to every Claude's advanced reasoning AI model ever built. Inside one dashboard, instant access. Claude Opus 3, Opus 4.6, Opus 4.7, Opus 4.8, Sonnet 4.6, Haiku 4.5, Fable 5. Every past model and every future model, the moment Anthropic releases it. This isn't another chatbot. This isn't another content generator. And this definitely isn't another AI writer. ClaudeMAX is an entire team of experts available from one dashboard. Need a business plan? ClaudeMAX becomes your business consultant. Need market research? ClaudeMAX becomes your research analyst. Need a sales letter? ClaudeMAX becomes your copywriter. Need a product created? ClaudeMAX becomes your product development team. Need a launch strategy? ClaudeMAX becomes your marketing strategist. Need a book? ClaudeMAX becomes your author. Need a website? ClaudeMAX becomes your website builder. Need an entire online business? ClaudeMAX becomes your executive team. All powered by Claude's advanced reasoning engine. All available whenever you need it. And behind the scenes, you get access to every Claude model ever created. Claude Opus, Claude Sonnet, Claude Haiku, current models, future models, advanced reasoning mode, everything. Inside one dashboard, one login, one payment, no monthly subscriptions, no API costs, no usage restrictions, no complicated setup. Now watch this. Let's say I ask ClaudeMAX to build me a complete online business. Not just an idea, a complete business. Watch what happens. Instead of generating random content, ClaudeMAX begins reasoning. It identifies opportunities, analyzes the market, creates the offer, builds the positioning, develops develops the funnel, maps the customer journey, creates the marketing strategy, builds the content plan, and generates an execution roadmap. This isn't content generation. This is business building. And that's the difference. Most AI tools generate ClaudeMAX reasons, which means you can create complete books, digital products, online courses, sales funnels, marketing campaigns, business plans, research reports, lead magnets, email sequences, consulting frameworks, authority websites, and entire online businesses faster than ever before because you're no longer working alone. You have an AI executive team working beside you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without salaries, without freelancers, without agencies, without delays. And because ClaudeMAX is built around Claude's reasoning engine, the output doesn't feel like AI. It feels like expertise. It feels like strategy. It feels like someone actually thought through the problem before giving you the answer. And that's exactly what makes ClaudeMAX different. Today, you can get instant access to ClaudeMAX for a tiny one-time investment. No recurring fees, no subscriptions, no API costs, just one payment, and lifetime access. Plus, every future Claude model released by Anthropic is automatically added to your dashboard, which means your ClaudeMAX account becomes more valuable over time, not less. And to make this decision completely risk-free, you're protected by our full 30-day money-back guarantee. Use ClaudeMAX, test it, build with it, create with it, launch with it. And if for any reason you don't believe it's the smartest AI platform you've ever used, we'll refund every penny, no questions asked. So the only real risk today is continuing to use AI that gives you first drafts when you could be using AI that actually thinks. Click the button below, activate ClaudeMAX, and discover what happens when AI finally starts thinking before it writes. Most AI gives you answers. ClaudeMAX gives you thinking. We'll see you inside.